From the Home Slice News Center, this is the Daily Slice for Friday, May 27th, 2022. I'm D. Ray Knight. This is what's going on. Here's the latest on the war in Ukraine. Russian forces are pounding the last Ukrainian strongholds in a separatist-controlled eastern province of Ukraine. Ukraine's foreign minister warned that without a new injection of foreign weapons, Ukrainian forces would not be able to stop Russia from seizing Severodonetsk and other cities crucial to Russia's goal of capturing all of Ukraine's industrial Donbas region. The mayor of Severodonetsk says 1,500 people have been killed and 60% of residential buildings destroyed there since the start of the war. In his nightly address, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky had strong words for the European Union, which has not agreed on a sixth round of sanctions that includes an embargo on Russian oil. In news closer to home, South Dakota voters are set again to vote on whether they want recreational marijuana legalized for adults. The Secretary of State on Wednesday validated the initiated measure for the November ballot. Secretary of State Steve Barnett announced that a random sample of petition signatures showed that South Dakotans for Better Marijuana Laws, the group campaigning to legalize pot, had easily collected enough valid signatures to surpass the roughly 17,000 needed to place the initiated measure on the November ballot. It will appear as initiated measure 27. A judge has ruled that South Dakota is violating federal laws by failing to make it easier to vote. U.S. District Judge Lawrence Pearsall, in an opinion released Thursday, sided with two South Dakota American Indian tribes, the Rosebud Sioux and the Ogallala Sioux. The tribes argued in a 2020 complaint that the South Dakota Secretary of State's office was not adhering to the National Voter Registration Act. The law requires state agencies to help residents register to vote when they interact with government agencies for other services. Pearsall wrote that the Secretary of State's office had not provided adequate information to county auditors and other state agencies that would help them comply with the federal law. The Department of Veteran Affairs will hold a Memorial Day commemoration ceremony at Black Hills National Cemetery beginning at 11 a.m. on Monday. Black Hills National Cemetery is open year-round from sunrise to sunset. The cemetery office is usually open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, but it will be closed on Memorial Day. You can locate a grave by looking at a kiosk in the foyer of the cemetery's administration building, which is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In national and international news, a bipartisan group of senators is considering how Congress should respond to the horrific shooting of 19 school children and 2 teachers in Uvalde, Texas. The senators are restarting gun control talks that have broken down many times before. The Democrats and Republicans say they hope to find a consensus on legislation that could help reduce the number of mass shootings in the United States. The senators have narrowed the discussion to a few ideas, some of them based on legislation that they have been working on for years, such as expanded background checks or red flag laws that keep guns away from people who could do harm. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden will travel to Uvalde, Texas on Sunday to console families and honor victims of Tuesday's mass school shooting. The White House says the Bidens will grieve with the community that lost 21 lives in the horrific shooting at Robb Elementary School. Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said the president would meet with the community leaders, religious leaders, and victims' families. Jean-Pierre, the parent of an elementary school student, delivered an impassioned plea at the White House for lawmakers to come together to address gun violence. Finally, pandemic-weary U.S. residents are confronting high gas prices as they decide whether to travel this Memorial Day weekend. AAA says the average gas price in the U.S. on Thursday was $4.60 per gallon. In California, it topped $6. But for some, more than 2 years of pandemic life has them hitting the road or taking to the skies despite a recent surge in cases. AAA estimates more than 39 million people in the U.S. will travel 50 miles or more from home during the holiday weekend. A record number of almost 90% of those travelers are expected to go by car over the long weekend. Your weather forecast from the Home Slice Weather Center. Sunny with a few clouds and maybe a stray shower, and 80 for the high today, 57 for the low tonight. Saturday 80 and Sunday 70 with afternoon thunderstorms possible. Much cooler with a chance of thunderstorms on Memorial Day with a high of only 59. And that was your Daily Slice for Friday, May 27th, 2022. The Daily Slice is a production of Home Slice Media Group, hosted by D. Ray Knight with Amy Rose and Chrissy Davies. Executive producer Mark Houston. Engineered by Chris Jacquez. I'm D. Ray Knight. Have a great day and a safe Memorial Day weekend.